Then we have here I rather, which is very common in a formal, in a conversation. When you want to say, I would prefer. So I rather be a refugee in Ukraine than return to Nigeria. No, translate this part for me.
Just translator or read it?
Read it in English and translate.
Okay. I'd rather be a refugee in Ukraine than returning to Nigeria. Nigeria, yes. Eu prefiro ser um refugiado na Ucrânia do que retornar para a Nigéria.
Yes, very good. All right, so coming down here, we have two other expressions. He was talking about, but if it doesn't, you will decide what to do next. But coming back to Nigeria is out of it for now. And mind you is an expression we use to say, and for your information, and to let you know, all right? Mind you, I'm not the only one staying put. I'm not the only one remaining. I'm not the only one staying here. It's another way to say staying put is our expression too. And the verb to impose is to enforce, to force someone to accept something. So Ukrainian males aged 18 to 60 were banned from leaving after their national government imposed the martial law. Good. And now we are going to review the verbs. We have flee and fled, which is to escape, run away. Forbid, forbade is the simple past. If forbidden is the present perfect, the past participle, okay? And to ban, they are two singular verbs, forbid and ban. After that, we have the verb to belong. Belong to something, okay, pertence. And to dare, I dare you, eu te desafio, eu te ouço. To dare é o verbo ousar. It's similar a little bit with challenge. Challenge, que também é desafiar. To dare, mas dare é algo mais provocativo. And doubt, which is duvidar. All right, please, guys, let's repeat after me. Everybody, let's see. To flee, fled. Repeat.
To flee, fled.
That's right. Aria and Roberta.
To fled.
Okay. Number 2, to forbid, forbade, forbidden.
To forbid, forbade, forbidden.
Ok. Vou fazer individual, é melhor. Lara, number 3, please.
To ban, banned.
Aria, number 4.
To belong, belonged.
That's right. Adolfo, number 5.
To dare, dared. Ousar, atrever-se, desafiar.
Yes. And Lara, number 6.
Doubted.
That's right. Dúvida. Great. So let's review some sentences here, reading in English, and then translate it. Lara, please read here. Many Ukrainians
are being forced to flee and live as refugees in other neighboring countries. The translation too?
The translation now, yes.
Muitos ucranianos foram forçados a fugir e viver como refugiados em outros países vizinhos.
Very good. Aurea, please read in English. More than 2.5 million.
More than 2.5 million Ukrainians have fled their country that citing Russian invasion. Mais de 2,5 milhões de ucranianos tiveram que fugir para outros países desde a invasão da Rússia.
That's right. Adolfo.
I was forbidden from leaving my own country because of this crazy war. Eu fui proibido de deixar meu próprio país por conta dessa guerra maluca.
Right. Lara, United Arab Emirates.
United Arab Emirates will forbid unvaccinated citizens from traveling abroad.
Os Emirados Árabes.
Os Emirados Árabes Unidos
Isso.
vão proibir cidadãos?
Irão proibir.
Irão proibir cidadãos que não estão vacinados de viajar abroad, I don't know.
Para fora.
Para fora.
Isso, fora do seu país. That's correct. Aurea.
On the 25 called the benefit from bringing cigarettes in England. Menos de 25 anos de idade é proibido comprar cigarros na Inglaterra.
All right. Serão, tá? Podem ser, na verdade, aqui, ó. O could be. Embaixo de quem tem menos de 25 podem ser banidos. Isso.
Certo.
Adolfo.
Russia has decided to ban Instagram after some policies were changing since the invasion. Rússia decidiu banir o Instagram depois que algumas políticas mudaram desde a invasão.
Very good. Hello, Maria. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please read in English and translate for me.
Okay. Do the brown horses belong to you? Os cavalos marrons pertencem a você?
That's right. Correct. Lara. In short,
what belongs to you stays yours. Em resumo, o que pertence a você continua sendo seu.
o que pertence a você continua sendo seu. Perfeito. That's right. Aurea. I dare
you to ask him to dance. Eu ouso te perguntar se você dança?
Eu te desafio, eu duvido A você. Aí o him é ele. E o s pode ser perguntar ou pedir. Então fica assim mais ou menos. Eu te desafio a chamar ele para dançar, né? Pedir ele para dançar. Ask him to dance.
Certo.
Okay?
Então pode ser desafio, desafiar, tá?
Isso. Traduz de novo.
Eu te desafio a chamá-lo para dançar.
Correct. Adolfo.
If you dare, try taking a barefoot walk. Se você ousar, se você desafiar, tente fazer uma caminhada de pé descalço.
That's right. Good morning, Maria Medeiros.
Good morning.
It's your turn, dear. Please, in English first.
If you don't come and see for yourself. Se você duvida, venha e veja por você mesmo.
Nice. Maria Helena.
Brazilian women are motivated by those who doubt them. Mulheres brasileiras são motivadas por aquilo que é doubt.
Doubt. Duvida.
Por aqueles que duvidam delas. Mulheres brasileiras são motivadas por aqueles que duvidam delas.
That's right. I want to correct one word from you. Woman é mulher. Para dizer as mulheres, women.
Women.
All right. Brazilian women. Repeat.
Brazilian women.
Good. Very good, guys. Now we saw the difference belong to and belong with. Okay. Belong to me, for example, is a little different than belong with me. Belong to me, it means that you are mine. You belong to me, you are mine. You are my possession. While you belong with me, you should be with me. We should be together. There is a little difference from that. Right? Let's review some conversation topics. Lara, tell me one thing that is forbidden in Brazil.
Weed. Can you hear me?
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Weed.
Weed, all right. Complete the sentence. Weed is?
Weed is forbidden in Brazil.
That's right. Para quem não sabe o que é weed, gente, weed é marihuana ou maconha. Adolfo, tell me another thing that is forbidden in Brazil.
In Brazil, it's forbidden, for example, to drive after drinking some alcohol.
Very good. That's correct. Clea. Tell me, Clea, do you think parents should ban de banir, tá? Do you think parents should ban the children from using social media?
Oh,
No, why not?
yes, I agreed the parents should ban children to use the social media.
Sorry. Can you repeat? You agree that
Yes, I agree parents should to ban
should
children
ban
to use social media.
kids from using social media. It's okay. And how about using the cell phone?
I think okay because it's necessary sometimes to call to parents when something happens.
All right. Aurea, from what age you think a child should have a cell phone? For example, 5 years old, 8 years old. What is the best age for them to possess a cell phone?
Repeat, please. Cortou tá
Okay.
cortando a internet.
All right. In your opinion, what is the best age for a child to own a cell phone, to possess a cell phone? For example, 10 years old, 11 years old. How old do you think is necessary to have a cell phone?
I think I 8 today.
10,
8.
age, qual
Eight.
age?
Repeat.
What age?
A cell phone.
Okay, but how old, for example, if you have a daughter, if you have a kid, how old your daughter must be to have a cell phone? What is the best age? A idade.
A idade de... Eu entendi que era proibir as crianças, não é isso? Menos de 8 anos.
Estou fazendo outra pergunta agora. Perguntando qual idade você acha que seria importante ou que deveria ser necessário para que eles possuam um celular.
Então, com with 8 old.
Aí você, o que é que você está dizendo?
A partir de 8 anos.
8, entendi. É que eu não estava entendendo age. Entendi. From 8 years old. All right.
Que eu queria dizer assim, que eles começam, pelo menos, a começar a entender o que a gente fala de proibição, né? Eu acho que a criança tem que ser preparada já nessa idade, assim, para conversar, né? Conversar mais.
All right.
Em inglês ficaria como, assim?
Então, na verdade, a pergunta era que eu estava perguntando qual a idade que você deveria deixar a criança usar o celular.
Sim.
Aí você falou 8.
Exato.
Ok. Because aí já me perdi da sua resposta.
Não, tudo bem, deixa.
All right. Lara, in your opinion, what age should a child be to own a cell phone?
Okay, now, because my microphone of my computer is very bad, so I go to my cell phone. I don't know. I think I need to learn to study about the age because I don't know. But I know the little child's like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's not good to the development of the brain because have atraso
Delay.
maybe because the brain it's development when the child is younger. So I don't think it's good for they, but I don't know the especially age.
Specific age. Okay. All right. Let me see here. All right, guys, so we finished this conversation. I'm going to review this part of the lesson, which is I rather. Rather significa eu preferiria, ok? Melhor que eu fizesse isso do que fizesse aquilo. So, for example, I rather be at home than going outside in the rain. Elena, complete this sentence. I rather be at home than
Then to go at school.
Going to school. Adolfo, I rather eat my mom's food than
I rather eat my mom's food than eat at restaurants.
eat at restaurants. Good. Aria, read and complete.
My friend Lisa is going to Rio at Carnival, but I already read. But I read the Carnival. I read Carnival Olinda.
Okay, I rather be at Olinda. Say it. Repeat. I rather be.
I rather be
at Olinda's Carnival.
Olinda Carnival.
Okay. Claire, read and complete.
I'd rather go to the movies than TV series.
Okay, the movies here means cinema. So you rather go to the movies than watching TV series?
Yes.
Okay, so do it again. Read again and complete. I'd rather
go to the movies than watching TV series.
Okay.
Series.
Lara.
Lucy always goes to the gym in the afternoon. I'd rather work out than go to the gym.
Okay,
I
but
have no idea.
workout is malhar.
Oh, I
Okay.
rather okay. Lucy always goes to the gym in the afternoon. I rather work out in the morning.
Yes, that's so better now. Very good. Guys, there's no big difference between I rather and I prefer. Both can be used in most of the case. But with rather, we don't use to. And prefer, we have to use the word to. For example, I rather go to the gym in the morning. If eu fosse usar o prefer, I prefer to go to the gym in the morning. All right, so last class, I think we finished here on the song time, which was Bruno Mars, right? Let's take our time tonight, girl. And now we are going to start to see this part, this grammar part, questions with prepositions at the end. That's right. So for example, what is this money for? What are you afraid of? What are you looking at? You can realize that there are many prepositions finishing the questions here, which is very common in English, okay? In Portuguese, we ask this type of question using the preposition in the beginning. For example, com quem, pra quem, de onde, and so on. But in English, the prepositions, okay, like of, by, at, in, and so many others, must go to the end of the questions. Vamos ver alguns exemplos. Quando vem uma pergunta em inglês que tem essas preposições, elas vão para o final. Deixa eu só me levantar um pouco aqui. Let's get up tonight. Let's take our time tonight. Girl, what's outside of watching him? All
What do we
right.
have to do?
Hã?
Tava muito silêncio, pensei que era pra gente fazer alguma coisa.
No. Okay, so we have the preposition for example, né? So the question must come like this. Which candidate are they going to vote for? What do you want this for? What company do you work for? Tá? Então, primeiro sempre tem que ver os pronomes interrogativos, que geralmente começam com W. Então, ó, o que, quais, tá? Para quais candidatos eles vão votar? Né? Para quais candidatos eles vão votar? Qual empresa você trabalha? Então, geralmente, algumas preposições que já vêm com alguns verbos, elas devem vir no final. Vamos ver com from. Where are you from? Bem comum, né? Bem clássico. Então, o from, que é de, e where, que é onde. Veja que ele ficou separado. Where are you from? Ok? Já essa pergunta aqui, ó. Where did you come from? É diferente. Alguém vem chegando e você pergunta. Where did you come from? De onde você vem? Ok? De onde você vem? Where did you come from? Who did you buy this from? Vamos ver se vocês conseguem traduzir essa daí. Adolfo, please.
De quem você comprou isto?
Exatamente, that's correct. De quem você comprou isso? Ok? The next preposition, about. What are you talking about? Né? Então, se a gente pegar aqui na tradução, pega a última parte, a última preposition, a partícula aqui e volta. Sobre o que vocês estão falando. What are you talking about? Áurea, what are you worried about? Worried é preocupado. Traduz para mim.
Desculpa, eu não tinha visto que estava desligado. É sobre o que você está preocupado.
That's right. Claire, what are you complaining about? Complain, o verbo reclamar.
Sobre o que você está reclamando?
That's right. What are you complaining about? A gente também tem o to como uma preposição. Who was she talking to? Né? Com quem ela estava falando. E por que não é with aqui, já que a gente está perguntando com quem? Por causa do verbo talk, que ele é casado já com to, tá? Então, ele tem que vir aqui. Who was she talking to? This other one. Who did you sell the house to? Então, aqui não vai ser mais com quem. Vai ser para quem, né? Ó, para quem você vendeu a casa. Who did you sell the house to? Da mesma forma, é a próxima. Who did you send this message to? Lara, translate for me.
What sentence? Para quem você enviou essa mensagem?
That's correct. And here we have the other one, like with. Who are you with? Né? Agora sim, a gente traduz com. A gente usa with. Com quem você está? Who are you with? Helena, who are you going to the movies with? Helena is here? No, Helena is not here anymore. Adolfo, who are you going to the movies with?
Com quem você vai para o cinema?
That's right. Aurea, who did you play tennis with?
Com quem você jogou tênis ou joga tênis?
Com quem você jogou tênis? Is correct.
Certo.
Very good, guys. Now it's you. You are going to choose 3 of the prepositions above. Okay.
Ô, Jeff. Eu, Áurea. Em relação a for, of e at,
Também.
qual seria a substituição? Assim, por exemplo, eu sei que o from é de, to é com, e o for pode ser para?
Pode, né? Igual isso aqui, ó. What company do you work for? Para qual empresa você trabalha?
Certo.
Okay?
O of
vai depender muito do verbo, né? Qual é o verbo que acompanha o of? Por exemplo, é o afraid. Na verdade, não é um verbo, é um adjetivo, ó. Afraid, né? Então, geralmente, a gente tem medo de alguma coisa. Então, afraid of. É por isso que quando eu pergunto do que você tem medo, a pergunta vai ficar: What are you afraid of? Fica no final.
E você... é a mesma coisa, né? O at.
E o at também. Geralmente, o at depende muito do como a gente conjuga, né? Então, por exemplo, um verbo que vem acompanhado de at, que é o look. Look at, que é olhar para alguma coisa. Aí você quer perguntar a alguém: para que você está olhando? O que você está olhando? Aí você usa o at. What are you looking at? já é muito da gente conhecer mais ou menos quem é o par de quem, tá? Geralmente a gente vai pegando isso no costume mesmo. Outra coisa que outro verbo que vem outro verbo não, um adjetivo que vem com et junto. Quando a gente quer perguntar em que você é bom, aí a gente usa o et também, ó. What are you good at? Aí o at fica a tradução de em mesmo. Em que você é bom? What are you good at? Oi.
Em aulas passadas, eu não sei qual foi, assim, eu assisti na coisa que usava o et também para horas, né? Ou foi lugar, dia da semana específico?
Isso. Para horas, sim. Usa o et para horas, mas para dizer a festa é tal hora. Então, the party is at 8 o'clock. Tá?
Entendo.
Aí, nesse caso, não daria para fazer uma pergunta com essa...
Não, certo, entendi. Ok, thank you.
Até que daria fazer uma pergunta, sabia? Faria assim, ó. What time is the party? Seria a pergunta mais clássica. Mas a gente pode ouvir assim, what time is the party at? It's at.
Qual a hora da festa, né?
Exatamente.
Certo.
Okay, now is you guys. You have to create 3 questions using uma dessas prepositions. Você pode usar também by, at, in, mas como essas aqui são mais fáceis, melhor usar as que estão aqui. Você escolhe 3 e manda brasa. E manda para mim no chat também.
Jeff,
Yes.
I have a doubt.
Okay.
I try to use in the verb cheery for torcer para, but I want to use it for. I think to use it for, but cheer came with the on, a cheery on. In this case, I end the phrase with on or for. Right?
Great. In this case, if the first word is who?
No, which team? I put which team are you cheering? I think I'm cheering for, but
Okay, all right. That's because cheering, to cheer on something. You're cheering on, cheering for. Well, the best in this case would be to replace the cheer for root.
so, okay.
Okay,
Root.
but yeah, the preposition for cheer is on. It's the best. It's on. You can say which team are you cheering on? Yes, cheer on is correct. But the root for is better.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Correct. Okay, so let's correct. Claire, read the first question, please. Your microphone. Claire, can you hear me? Não, ainda, né? Fala,
Oi,
please. Okay. Read this question for me.
Who are you going to the party with?
Great,
Quem
correct.
você vai pra festa?
Com quem você vai para a festa? All right. Next.
What are you explaining about?
Translate.
Sobre o que você está explicando?
Correct. Next.
Who made you the cake too? É, quem fez o bolo para você?
Who made? Okay. In this case, a gente
Did
tem
you make?
uma pequena troca. Who made the cake to you? Nesse caso, não é. Porque a gente não tem a preposição no final, the cake to you. Porque mesmo em português a gente não teria, tá? Quem fez o bolo para você? Veja que não teria. Para quem? Seria só quem. Entendeu?
Ah, tá.
Aí, nesse caso, não precisa da preposição no final. Agora, se você dissesse para quem você fez o bolo, aí sim, a gente tem uma preposição, precisamos colocar a preposição no final. Vamos ver como é que ficaria? Seria assim. Para quem você fez o bolo? Então, a gente sabe que o who vai ser no começo e o to vai ser no final, que é o para. Então, who did you make? Who did you make the cake to? Who did you make the cake to? Para quem você fez o bolo? Pergunta no passado, tá? Já essa daqui não precisa do did, que é uma pergunta direta. Quem fez o bolo para você?
Entendi.
Okay. Next with Larinha. Larinha. Lara, please read for me.
The three sentences?
Read the first one first and translate.
Okay, can I go with you? Eu posso ir com você.
Ok, e cadê a preposição no final? Entendeu? E aí a gente precisava com quem eu vou, com quem você vai. Essa aqui foi uma pergunta normal. Mas vamos para a próxima, que a próxima está correta.
I need to read you.
Yes,
What are you waiting for?
that's correct. We'll
The
translate.
Ok. Pelo que você está esperando.
Aí deu certo, porque a gente tem pelo que você está esperando. What are you waiting for? Read the next.
Who are you thinking about? Em
Correct.
quem você está pensando?
That's right. Very good.
Ô, Jeff, na segunda frase, precisa do are?
What? Yes, precisas. Nem percebi. What are you waiting for? Great.
Aí, o que dá ouvir música em inglês, tá vendo?
Now it's Aria. Aria. Please read in English.
Where was you going to holiday for? Para onde você foi no feriado?
Ok. Então, nesse caso, a gente tem algumas mudanças. Para onde você foi, né? É o verbo go. E a gente precisaria do passado na pergunta. Seria mais ou menos assim. Where did you go? Where did you go this holiday to? Como o verbo go, né, é para onde, e esse para, sempre que for um para que dá a impressão de direction, direção, a gente usa o to ao invés do for. Where did you go this holiday to? Essa é uma das perguntas que podem ser tanto com to no final ou sem, tá? Porque o where ele é bem geral já. Vamos para a próxima. Next question, please.
Why you fled to talk the subject about? Por que você fugiu de falar sobre este assunto?
Why you fled to talk about this subject? Sobre este assunto. Por quê? Então, o porquê já se resume aqui, tá? Não precisaria desse about aqui. Vamos ver uma forma que a gente possa corrigir terminando com about. Poderia ser assim. What is this subject about? Né? Do que é esse assunto? What is this subject about? Sobre o que é esse assunto? Por que você fugiu de falar sobre esse assunto? Why you fled to talk about this subject? Não precisaria o about aqui. Why did you flee today? Did you flee? The next.
What is your problem today from? Qual é o seu problema de hoje?
Tá.
Tem problema
Veja como a gente começa a pergunta em português. Qual é o seu problema de hoje? Então, já resume o que é aqui, né? Qual? Esse from seria de qual? Aí sim, mas a pergunta é, qual é o seu problema de hoje? What is your problem today? Também não
tá, entendi agora.
Do to.
Certo. Ok.
Ok. Now is Adolfo. Right. Please, Adolfo, read it in English first.
What are the movie's story talking about? É sobre o que a história do filme fala.
Is correct. Veja que Adolfo começa sobre o quê? Aí sim, ó. Sobre o quê? What are the movie's history talking about? Next.
Which team are you rooting for? Para qual time você está torcendo?
That's right. It's correct. Next.
Who are you doing the test with? Com quem você vai fazer o teste?
Yes, it's correct. True. Elena, you didn't do, right? Because you missed the internet.
Yeah, I leave for some minutes, so I lose this part.
It's correct. It's okay. Okay, guys, good job. So right now we have the glossary for the listening time. Okay, we are going to pay attention on these definitions and to try to guess the words. Lara, invasion, an occasion when an armed country uses force to enter and take control of another country.
The translation.
The translation. I mean, translation for invasion. What is invasion?
Invasão.
Invasão. That's right. Track. Helena, track is a way or route in this case.
Rota, estrada, não sei.
Exatamente. Estrada, rota, todos isso.
Nada.
So, track. Mas também tem o verbo
Com a
track,
palavra
que é
exata.
rastrear, to track também.
A palavra exata é o quê? Rota? A palavra exata.
Hã?
A tradução exata é rota ou é estrada?
Os dois. Não tem um só, não, depende do contexto. Okay? Making the dangerous track out is an expression that in the video the reporter used to say that the people are living through the dangerous route. Okay, dangerous road. Village is very easy too. Okay, it's a group of houses and other buildings that is smaller than a town, usually in the countryside, geralmente no interior, uma vila. The UN, the United Nations, Nações Unidas, okay, to UN, United Nations. Kyiv is Ukraine's capital da Ucrânia. Volunteers. Please, Adolfo, read in English the definition for volunteers.
Volunteers, people who do something especially helping other people without being forced or paid to do it.
What is the translation for volunteers?
Voluntários.
Voluntaries, that's right. Aid groups. Aid groups. Groups of people who offer help to others. Aria, can you guess what is aid groups?
De ajuda.
Grupos de ajuda, grupos de suporte, muito bem. Claire, cheer. A gente viu que cheer é um verbo, mas aqui ele vem como substantivo. Loud shout of approval or encouragement. E aí, o que seria?
Substantivo.
É
O que é loud show?
Loud shout é um grito
Loud shout.
alto.
Animar, torcida.
Seria mais ou menos o grito mesmo, tipo grito de vibração, ou cheers. Não tem uma tradução exata para cheer quando é um substantivo.
Pode ser animador de torcida, alguma coisa assim?
Então, animador de torcida, não, porque aí seria um adjetivo, né? Seria cheerleader, mas tem a mesma palavra. Cheerleader. Cheerleader. Aqui fica só com...
Animador.
Não, animador é um adjetivo. É tipo grito mesmo.
Grito, né?
É, um grito, sendo que é um grito, não é um grito de medo, nem um grito de susto, é um grito de animação, né? Vai passando ali o presidente, aí o povo cheer, será? Nesse sentido. Não
Tipo assim, um bora, uma coisa assim.
Tipo torcendo. Ou então se movendo, vibrando.
Ah, certo.
Flag is this object here, okay? So we have the flag of Brazil, the flag of the United States, and so on. When I say waving flags, it's because we are moving the flags, né? Wave vem do verbo, vem da palavra wave, que é onda. Então, é tipo fazendo ondas com a bandeira, mas na verdade você está movendo a bandeira. Moving flags, waving flags. É o melhor verbo que se usa para mexer a bandeira. Host, adjectives nesse caso, tá? Vou até colocar aqui, porque tem um verbo também, que é hospedar, mas host é the person who receives other people in the house, ou seja, o anfitrião. Ok? The host. Já o verbo sign up is to join a group or organization. To sign up. Geralmente, quando a gente vai fazer nossa conta em alguma plataforma nova, a gente usa esse verbo, to sign up, né? Tornar-se membro. To sign up, sign. That's right. Let me review here with you. So, invasion, ok? Invasão. The track, que é a rota, tá? Making the dangerous track out. As pessoas estão fazendo, né, a rota pelo caminho perigoso. The village, it's okay. The UN, which is the United Nations. Kiev, que é a capital da Ucrânia, né, muito falado agora. Volunteers. Aid groups. Cheer. Flag. Waving flags. A host. And to sign up. Right now we are going to listen this. Okay. Is a interview. It's not an interview. It's a part of a TV program talking about the people fleeing from Ukraine. Let's see and pay attention to check.
Started calling on Ukraine, tens of thousands. Nearly 3 weeks after Russian bombs started falling on Ukraine, tens of thousands determined to stay at the beginning of the invasion are now making the dangerous trek out.
10 days ago, in our village started bombing, yes.
20-year-old Polina fled her village outside Kiev with her 3 little sisters.
When war started, I said that I didn't want to go from Ukraine, from Kiev, because I hope that it will be for a week. But now I understand that it's full.
The UN says more than 2.8 million people have now fled Ukraine. Humanitarian operations are expanding in Romania, Hungary, and Moldova. This Polish border crossing was barren 3 weeks ago. Today, a vast tent city of volunteers and international aid groups.
We need additional schools, school capacity, hospitals, healthcare, welfare system.
Across Europe and beyond, offers of help. At a school in Italy, 2 refugee children welcomed with cheers, kids waving Ukrainian flags. 10-year-old Igor told me he misses school. His family now returning to Ukraine.
You want to go home? Yeah. There's someone? Yeah. I want to play with dogs and pets and play games. Friends. Yeah.
His mom says they fled the Black Sea port of Odessa a week ago.
Do you worry if they will have to come back out again? Mama,
I don't think about bad things, she says. I believe that everything will be fine. More than 1.8 million people from Ukraine have now come into Poland alone. The offers of help are also growing. More than 140,000 people in Germany are hosting Ukrainian families, and in the UK, more than 40,000 people signed up to be hosts for refugees in just a single day. Okay.
And that image of that school, Kelly, could be able to thank you, Kelly.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deal.
All right, so that's what the video. Okay, let me see here the questions we are going to answer. I'm going to play it one more time. What did you understand from the video? It's the basic question, but here we have an exercise about the listening. We have to know how old was Paulina and how many sisters does she have? Why didn't Paulina want to leave Kiev? Deixa eu só trocar aqui, tá errado, tá? Why didn't Paulina want to leave Kiev? Porque ela não queria sair de lá. Também temos que responder. How old was the little boy interviewed in the video? And what was his name? How did the people in UK, what did the people in UK to help the refugee? O que é que eles fizeram para ajudar, tá? Então eu vou tocar mais uma vez, a gente vai conversar um pouco sobre o vídeo antes da gente responder esse exercício.
Nearly 3 weeks after Russian bombs started falling on Ukraine, tens of thousands determined to stay at the beginning.
Gente, eu acho que tá travando ou é porque tá lento? Pra mim também tá travando e tá lento. Tá ruim de ouvir, não entendi quase nada.
Então, é porque
Eu pensei que uma entrevista estava me ferrei.
eu não tinha compartilhado o som. Aí eu vi agora, eu vou compartilhar agora.
Nearly 3 weeks after Russian bombs started falling on Ukraine, tens of thousands determined to stay at the beginning of the invasion are now making the dangerous trek out.
3 days ago, in our village started bombing. Yes.
20-year-old Polina fled her village outside Kyiv with her 3 little sisters.
When war started, I said that I don't want to go from Ukraine, from Kyiv, because I hope that it will be for a week, but now I understand that it's for long.
The UN says more than 2.8 million people have now fled Ukraine. Humanitarian operations are expanding in Romania, Hungary, and Moldova. This Polish border crossing was barren 3 weeks ago. Today, a vast tent city of volunteers and international aid groups.
We need additional schools, school capacity, hospitals, healthcare, welfare systems.
Across Europe and beyond, offers of help. At a school in Italy, 2 refugee children welcomed with cheers, kids waving Ukrainian flags. 10-year-old Igor told me he misses school. His family now returning to Ukraine.
You want to go home?
Yeah.
You miss home?
Yeah.
Miss it.
I want to play with dogs and cats and playing games. Friends, yeah.
His mom says they fled the Black Sea port of Odessa a week ago.
Do you worry that you'll have to come back out again?
Mama, дитина.
I don't think about bad things, she says. I believe that everything will be fine. More than 1.8 million people from Ukraine have now come into Poland alone. But the offers of help are also... More than 1.8 million people from Ukraine have now come into Poland alone, but the offers of help are also growing. More than 140,000 people in Germany are hosting Ukrainian families, and in the UK, more than 40,000 people signed up to be hosts for refugees in just a single day. Craig?
Wow. And that image at that school, Kelly Kobier, that was powerful. Thank you, Kelly.
All right. So, Lara, what did you understand in this video, my friend?
The video talk about the situation of people on Ukraine and about the war and the people who are without home or away from home,
That's
and
right.
numbers of victims of war.
That's okay. Claire, what do you have to say about this video?
I, I don't understand very well. Estava travando aqui.
You didn't understand the video? Adolfo, how about you?
The video talk about the people, the refugees of Ukraine. Then the video talk is some stories about some families that are leaving Ukraine to other countries like Poland. And the video talk to some activities that another countries are doing for the people, like receive the people in your house or receive the children in a school. There's something the other countries doing to receive the refugees.
That's right, very good. Okay, guys, so right now, I'm going to ask you to answer in the chat.
Mas esquecendo de mim hoje, né?
De tu, Helena? Não.
Hã?
De tu, eu tô te esquecendo de tu, é? Tô passando tu às vezes. Meu Deus, deixa eu contar aqui, peraí. So tell me, Helena, what did you understand from the video?
The video talks about the situation of Ukrainian refugees in Poland. That is the place that some Ukrainians are refugees, and the video presents some families like examples for the situation of these Ukrainians.
Yes, that's right. And right now, let's answer these questions. Please send to me on the chat the answer for the number one. You have to write A, B, C, or D. How old was the girl called Paulina, and how many sisters does she have?
Essas questões aí eu não vou conseguir responder porque aqui estava travando muito, acho que era a internet.
Okay. So Lara answered B, Adolfo answered C, Aria answered B. Let's check the answer for the number one. Let's do this.
To stay at the beginning of the invasion are now making the dangerous trek out.
3 days ago in our village started bombing.
Pra mim, o som tá travando.
20-year-old Polina fled her village out.
It's very fast, right? Let me play in a slower pace.
20-year-old Polina fled her village outside Kyiv with her 3 little sisters.
Bombing, yes.
20-year-old Polina fled her village outside Kyiv with her 3 little sisters.
20-year-old, né? Ela fala assim, juntando. Então, a gente subentende que é 20. 20-year-old. Vamos ver essa novamente.
20-year-old Polina fled her
20-year-old. Então, 20, okay? 20-year-old, which is letter B, the correct answer. Let's go to number 2. Why didn't Paulina want to leave Kyiv? You didn't get this one? No. I'm going to play it again.
her village outside Kyiv with her 3 little sisters.
When war started, I said that I didn't want to go from Ukraine, from Kiev, because I hope that it will be for a week, just, but now I understand that it's for long.
Let's hear again.
But I hope that it will be for a week, just, but now I understand that it's for long.
Okay, why didn't Paulina want to leave Kyiv? I'm waiting for the other guy's answer. Aria, answer, Adolfo, answer. Lara, 2. Claire, do you want to answer? And Elena, 2. Ok, that's correct. Number 2.
Ah, é da 3, né? Cadê? Da 3.
Não, é da 2 mesmo.
Da 2?
Yes. So she didn't want to leave Kyiv because she expected that the conflict would only last a week. But now she understands that it's for long. Now let's see letter 3. Number 3. What was the little boy's name and how old was he? Want me to play?
Port of Odessa a week ago.
Do you worry that you'll have to come back out again?
Mama, detenha.
I don't think about bad things, she says. I believe that everything will be fine. She says, I believe that everything will be. He misses 2 refugee children welcomed with cheers, kids waving Ukrainian flags. 10-year-old Igor told me he misses school. His family now returning to Ukraine. Children welcomed with cheers, kids waving Ukrainian flags. 10-year-old Igor told me he misses school.
So the question, how old was he and what's his name? All right. So letter A is correct. He was 10 years old and his name was Igor. Number 4, what the people in UK do to help the refugees?
More than 1.8 million people from Ukraine have now come into Poland alone, but the offers of help are also growing. More than 140,000 people in Germany are hosting Ukrainian families, and in the UK, more than 40,000 people signed up to be hosts for refugees in just a single day. And in the UK, more than 40,000 people signed up to be hosts for refugees in just a single day. Craig.
Okay. Number 4, the correct answer is letter D. It's correct. They sign up to be hosts, or in other words, they sign up to receive the refugees in their home. Good job, guys. So now we have some conversation time. I'm starting from Lara. Lara, would you receive a refugee in your home?
Yes.
Explain.
I need to explain.
Yes.
I don't know. I think for me, it's kind of obvious that I need to help people when they are in situation of vulnerability, like war. So if I need to receive a refugee in my home, I will, because I care about people, I think.
Very good. That's right. How about you, Elena? Would you receive a refugee in your home?
Yes.
Why?
I think how can I say? I don't will resist because I am a good person in this case. I don't have courage to leave the people run away. I just have to give for these people a home, food, something like that.
Very good, Maria. It's all right. Do you think Black refugees or refugees coming from outside Europe are treated the same way as white refugees inside Europe?
No, there is a difference. In this case of the Ukraine, I saw a video where the Black people came from Ukraine are treated different of like the white people came from Ukraine too. Then there is some difference in this case. And I think in other cases I saw we saw other news about refugees came from Africa, and they are so different, the form of the governments that treat these people.
That's right. Correct, Adolf. There are so much racism, right, in Europe.
Yes.
That's okay. Audia, please explain for me, what are the challenges for our refugee? What are the challenges our refugee might go through?
I understand. My opinion, people have refugee in protection, a place protection.
Okay, the refugees need protection. What else do they need? O que mais que falta para um refugiado?
Money. Money. Money and countries give anistia, como é? Um país que proteja, que dê anistia para eles. Eu acho que é mais por aí.
Okay, a country that gives their shelter, protection. Correct. Clea, in your opinion, what are the challenges for a refugee?
I think there is many challenges because it's very difficult. People arrive at a new place and keep gaining money, keep the job, talking with other peoples because of the languages, because can see and different of the origin, the other things.
That's correct, Clea. Very good. Language, money, and among of other things. So I have here a definition for us to compare. What is the difference between refugees and migrants? Lara, read for me this first paragraph.
According to the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UN. I forgot about that guy. HCRR. Refugees are peoples who are fleeing armed conflict or persecution. They leave their home countries because it is dangerous for them to stay.
That's all right. Elena, read for me migrants.
Migrants move for any number of reasons: economic reason, education, better opportunities, or living conditions. Many of them return or plan to their homelands after a few years. However, just like the refugees, many people migrate because their countries have become dangerous too.
So that's right. In general, refugees are people fleeing, running away from dangerous, from armed conflict or persecution. while migrants, they move for any number of reasons: economic, education, better opportunities, and so on. Okay. So that's the question now. Adolfo, nowadays, many Venezuelans have left their countries to live in Brazil. In your opinion, this is a case of refuge or migration?
In my opinion, I think it's a case of migration because the people of Venezuela came to Brazil because of some economic problems and because of the government, but not a war, specific war or persecution, but I think it's an economic and government problem.
That's all right, very good. Migration would be the correct definition for the Venezuelans. Although many Venezuelans, they are in a very, very bad situation, very poor. So it's a little difficult sometimes to differ what would be only migration or refuge. Okay, Aurea, sometimes I see some Venezuelan people begging on the street of my city. Begging quer dizer mendigando, pedindo. Aurea, have you seen any Venezuelan begging in your city too?
Yes, my city, there is migrants Venezuelan begging on the street.
So great. Claire, if you had to migrate to any South American country, which one would you go?
South American. I will go. Let me see. Country, Argentina.
You'd go to Argentina. Why?
Because I think is a good place to live. With the people, the language, Spanish. I could like.
Okay. How about you, Lara? If you had to migrate to a South American country, where would you go?
South America?
That's right.
If I wasn't in Brazil or being Brazilian?
If you were in Brazil and you had to migrate to another one.
Just in South America?
Just in South America. No United States, no London, you have to
I don't know. I never think about that. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to think about, well, if you have a very bad situation like a war or broken economic situation, and you had to go to a neighboring country, where would you go?
Let me think a little.
Yes.
Argentina?
Argentina. Why Argentina?
I don't know.
Don't know.
But because it's a beautiful country. We have a fight. No, but the Brazilians have some fights with the football, but I think it's a beautiful country.
Maybe you didn't have the time to take a look at the other countries too, right?
Can you repeat, please?
maybe you didn't take the time to take a look in the beautiful other countries too.
Yes.
The beauty of the other countries, because the other countries are very beautiful too, like Chile, Peru.
Mm-hmm. I need to see more about the South America countries.
Yes, you need to have some more knowledge about them. How about you, Adolf? Where would you go?
I think Argentina or Chile, because I think Chile has a good life condition. I don't know how can I say scholarity, something about the healthy school, and I forgot the term. I forgot. Índices de condições de vida, qualidade de vida, something like this.
Quality Life Index.
Yes, quality life index. I think the Chile has a good index. I read something, but not so much. And Argentina, I think, is the first option because of the proximity and because it's a maybe look like it's some European country because of the weather and the cities, the structure of the cities. But I didn't know anyone. Just read.
Okay, Aurea and Elena, where did you guys go? Would go?
Sorry?
Where would you go in South America? Migrate.
I understand the question more or less.
Okay.
If I would be to a country of South America,
Yes.
I choose
where?
one.
You choose one.
Mm. Mm,
You can say, I don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
It's okay. Maybe you have to think a little bit more about it. How about you, Aurea?
My two in Argentina também.
Argentina, too. Okay. All right.
Teacher, another country I wanted to go Peru because there have many places to the reserve weather and they plants interesting with the strategies to survive the weather cold and dry.
Yes, that's great.
Very beautiful.
Peru is a beautiful country to have some researches done there too. All right, guys, very good. We are finishing the lesson 7. But before we go, I have 5 questions for us to play. Let's do this. It's not 10 now, it's only 5, so it's going to be fast. waiting for Aurea. Okay, everybody's here. Let's play. Invejam, eles estão prontos contra a possível invasão. That's right. Very good, guys. Letter C. To challenge, desafiar, para fazer uma ação, especialmente como prova de coragem. Ousar. Não acredito que Rodolfo do esta. Number 4. Very good. The last question. Five. Yes. So the podium goes to third place, Lara Roberta, second place, Claire Medeiros, and first place, Maria Helena Rodrigues.
E todo mundo acertou tudo. Todos três acertaram tudo.
Questão de tempo.
Eu acho que é a questão do tempo, né? É isso mesmo. Mas, tipo, olha só como é que está o nível. Todas as três acertaram as 5. Foi só mesmo a questão do tempo.
Very good, guys. Let's open our cameras to take a picture. Larinha. Chega aqui, Claire. Bate aqui. que vira. É com a direita.
dá.
Pra cá, isso. Aí vira assim, ó. Desisto.
Eu também buguei muito, porque aqui tá,
É.
tá espelhado. Aí é bem
Não vai, é o contrário.
Assim, ó. Ó.
Tá vendo?
tá espelhado, Jeff.
Okay.
Tá não.
Let's take this picture in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, guys, for coming today, and I hope to see you next class on lesson 8. All right?
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.